Hello everyone, welcome to So Dramatic, where we're bringing fantastic ideas to life. So I'm just going to get right into it here. You can see that I'm sewing some quilt sandwiches that I'm making for a Christmas craft fair at a school. My friend has organized a bunch of moms to help and contribute certain items. So I'm going to be making trivets and aprons and some scrunchies. I'm not going to get into how I'm doing it too much because I've already gone over that in previous videos. A while back, I made this quilt for my youngest teenager, and I made a math error, so I overcut extremely, as you can see by this pile. I've been making use of the leftovers in various projects, so now I'm using these ones in this project here, and essentially sewing quilt sandwiches together with some black fabric that I have that I've recut some of the pieces to work out into this. Once all the sandwiches are quilted, I'm free to work on the binding. Right here, I'm heading for the corner, and I'm going to be very careful about how I proceed. I'm just backstitching this so that I'm leaving enough binding on the end so that I can do the finishing at the end without too much trouble. This is a small trivet, so it's going to be tricky when I'm doing the final finish on the binding. You can see there that I'm just going to the corner, folding it back, folding the corner back there, and marking the place where the needle has to go in. Later on, I realized that I didn't actually need to do this step as carefully. I could step back a little bit, and it actually makes the binding better when I go just behind where the pin is. Doing this project has enabled me to use a lot of leftover pieces that have been sitting in my drawer for quite a while. I usually end up with a lot of these leftover pieces because of the rounding problem. So when I cut quilt stacks with my rotary cutter, they're in stacks of either 4 or 8, and a lot of times you need a number of quilt blocks or pieces of a block that don't fit into that number. So I always round up by 1 or 2, which will give me leftover pieces. Sometimes just a few and sometimes quite a bit, especially if I make these math errors. What happened there is I saw that the pattern said make 10 stacks and cut them diagonally. And I didn't think about cut diagonally means you'll have twice as many. I didn't think about that at all. I just went, oh, that's not right. It should be 20. And so I doubled the amount and ended up with enough for a second blanket, which I realized I could have made, but I didn't have enough batting, and I was so sick of that quilt by the time it was done that I just wanted it to be over, and I thought I'll use these in something else and I'll come back to it. So here we are. So you can see right here that I've got a stack of these that I'm turning and clipping. I'm not clipping the corners off the quilt sandwich pieces because I did that with the first 2, and the corners were really soft and not sharp, and I didn't like that, and so I turned one with a complete corner, and I like how sharp the corner is. It's so sharp, it's lovely. Although it does make the pleating of it a little bit tight, that is okay. I did run out of craft clips, so I was using pins in the last few. Now that I've started using craft clips to hold binding, I like it so much better, and I totally get why other quilters use them. I had looked at lots of videos before and thought, is that really necessary? Like, do I really need those? But now that I've tried it, it's amazing. I really like it. It holds everything so flat and nice, and I don't poke myself with pins, and I don't get the hand stitch threads caught on the little pin ends either. Although sometimes they do get caught on the clips. At least I don't poke myself all the time. I really didn't like that. Sometimes the clips fall out, that is true, but for the most part they stay where you put them. I've slowed the video down so you can really see how I fold and clip the corner. Just like origami, fold it over and hold it with my finger after finger pressing the point. And there we go. It looks so beautiful. A corner that's held in place and ready for hand stitching. Here are the final stacks of Trivets. I love them so much. Let me know what you thought of this installment. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.